Can't imagine we're going to have a ton to say about this one, but I don't know. Maybe you'll surprise me. Colts and the Texans. Texans are currently point and a half favorites here against the Colts. 39.5 is your total. Adam, for me, look, two rookie quarterbacks, two young teams, still both trying to figure it out. It wouldn't surprise me. The range of outcomes for this game, I think, is so incredibly wide. Could this be a last-second field goal, or could this be one team wins by 2 touchdowns? Yes, in my opinion. I mean, seriously, I don't have any sort of read as how it's going to go. There was the good. We knew what we were going to get with Anthony Richardson. There was some good. There was some bad. There was some in between. Texans, look, kind of fought there for a little while with the Ravens. Didn't look awful against the Ravens. So I don't know. Nothing for me in this one. And, it is an evaluation game, though, I think, here in week 2 to kind of see these two teams in which what's their identity. What are we going to see? We're going to see more design runs for Anthony Richardson. We didn't see very many last week. I was wrong on that. We only saw 6 true designed runs and then a couple of scrambles. So I don't know. Do they try to work that in more? All of that. Just too many question marks for me.
So I'll tell you what, this is one of those weird things where I had a conviction on this in week 1 when I saw the look ahead and I was looking ahead to seeing the Colts getting 2 on the look ahead and thinking this is a great T spot for the Colts, not just based on system, based on the fact that I think this is just a better roster right now. That said, that number's gone, right? And so I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to go in now and try to make it something where I'm playing, at a worse number. I liked what I saw from Anthony Richardson. And you talked about the fact that there were, 6 design runs. A lot of what they did were kind of option plays for him, right? Where he's able to read that edge defender and decide, okay, do I want to hand it off? Do I want to throw? They didn't have much of a running game to speak of, right? But he actually did look okay to me throwing the football. Now, in the end, did they really score 21 points? No, they didn't. They had the flukiest touchdown of all of week 1 on that double fumble play with Jacksonville. So really, I'm not going to say, okay, well, Anthony Richardson looks great. The offense is fixed. On the same side, I would say CJ Stroud actually looked okay against the Ravens. Not great, not terrible. So again, low total game. I believe that this is another one that probably plays toward the under because I don't see either of these teams taking a lot of shots. I don't see this being a situation where you're going to see either of them going down the field. I had under in Baltimore and Houston last week. That was never really much of a sweat. I don't think it's going to be much of a sweat this week with an offense that scored 14 for the Colts last week as well.
Steven, we got the Richardson rushing prop at 43.5 this week, so it's dropped even from what it was last week. Of course, he didn't get there last week, but we said only 6 design runs. I think the Colts offense is probably going to be the best when he's getting 8 to 10 designed runs. He certainly is the best player on the field for them, even at this point, right? I mean, even as a rookie through game 1, he's the best player on the field, certainly the best playmaker for them on the field. That being said, there was that he had to come out of the game at the end because he got hit in the shoulder. So maybe they are just going to be super careful with him and wrap him in bubble wrap, which is why I said a lot of unknowns for me, which is why this was a pass.
If I'm playing an anytime touchdown, I would play Richardson in plus money because he's literally the only goal line back they have right now. I mean, maybe Zach Moss comes back, but not exactly a name that inspires confidence. The most shocking stat to me from week 1 was Texans offense takes the field, new quarterback, new coordinator, lots of excitement, 0% success rate in the first quarter. So whatever script that was, throw it in the trash and light it on fire. For those that don't know success rate, you need to get 50% of the yards required for a first down on your first down, or 70% on second down, or 100% on third or fourth down. So they didn't do that on a single play in the first quarter, and they were only 35.4% success rate the rest of the game, which ranked 24th in week 1. And my biggest regret in week 1, and I will acknowledge this because this is a show about transparency just as much as it is about giving out bets. I did not properly account for the offensive line issues for Houston in week 1. Adam brought it up. I did not put enough weight on it. They have 6 offensive linemen on IR, including 3 starters. This is a mash unit at this point. And Laramie Tunsil's on the injury report as well this week. He may play, but it seems like he's not 100%. So that to me makes Houston even more concerning because the Colts do have a couple of good defensive linemen, in particular DeForest Buckner. So I am taking a shot here. I am going to take Colts money line here, and I'll just follow up on the teaser point with Adam, because over the past 24 hours, we do now have +1.5 on the Colts. So would you take a +7.5, Adam, on a teaser leg?
Yeah, I mean, basically, we're going to keep talking about this, right? We have half the games this week that are under a field goal. We have 6 games that are at 40 points or less on the total. You're going to have options left and right here if you want to play it. So I don't have a problem with that. I do hear what Matt is saying, though, that there is a range of outcomes on this game because of the fact that we have 2 rookie quarterbacks, right? You have double the variance involved when you put 2 rookie quarterbacks in, which could be defensive scores, which could be problems that you don't necessarily account for. So yes, in terms of low score, get more than a touchdown, sure. But I think for me, it would rank a little lower on the teaser legs because of the potential for a wide range of outcomes.
And Matt, last note for me, I'll just note the Indianapolis defense was better on an EPA per play basis against Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense than the Houston D was against the Baltimore offense, despite some struggles for Lamar Jackson. So I think that was a pretty impressive debut by the Indianapolis defense in week 1.